that in addition to a lot of problems caused by technology, there is also a potential for good if you get the technology right. And there are a bunch of ways of trying to do that. There's an active alternative technology movement that's been around for a long time. It's gone through some sort of political changes over the years, and I guess I'll say for myself, I think one of the ways in which the alternative technology movement has changed has been that back in the 70s and 80s, it used to be often very radical and leftish and of course green, and it had the ideas of small scale, of ecological sustainability built into it, and also social ideas about what kind of society we want and what sort of technology is appropriate to the kind of society we want. So it was deeply politicized. I think one thing that's happened over the last 30 years, and I will stick my neck out and criticise the Centre for Alternative Technology, is that which is the premier institution of alternative technology in this country, is that it's very much got into a kind of a mindset of look, we can do fantastic things with technology, and for things that are very ecologically sound, and they've done a lot of amazing things, but the whole thing has lost a bit of its political edge, and it's also, I think, as we discussed this morning, it's got into a bit of the kind of much the same mentality of mainstream scientists and engineers and technologists of the techno-fix. Okay, there's a bunch of bad technology about, let's fix it, let's fix the situation with good technology without kind of, looking at the kind of, what kind of society is behind that. I think it's got into a bit of the techno-fix mentality, and while I won't drone on for ages about that, I think if you look at their very, in many ways, very good zero carbon Britain report, if you look at what they advocate in there, one of the things is converting a third to a half of Britain's arable land, i.e. food producing land, to biofuel production. To me, that's an industrial solution. That's not an alternative technology solution. It's a techno-fix. So why we wanted to have this panel was to start a conversation going again about what do we really mean by alternative technology? What's our criteria for saying something is alternative? Or actually, the word I like better is appropriate, because I think that's got a bit of meaning of social, social appropriateness in it there. So what we wanted to do was get a couple of people who are actively involved in alternative technology, but I think sort of sympathetic to the ideas of that we've been talking about here. And also we invited Tonev because Ivan Illich, who I don't know, those of you who didn't go to his workshop, wrote a book in the 70s called Tools for Conviviality, which is precisely about that kind of thing of the relationship between the tools that you use and the kind of society that you have. And for myself, I think it's an absolutely critical part of the conversation that we need to have. So, okay, so we want to ask, get that fundamental rethinking going on again about what is alternative technology. So, I think I don't know, do you guys have any thoughts about which order you want to speak in? Okay. And, well, you said to me you didn't know what to say, so I can just ask.